So, Choose to Create podcast. This is episode. What is it? Episode 5, episode 6. We've been working, man. We've been working.
Episode 6.
Episode 6, bro.
That's great, man.
Yeah, the episode 5 last week with Siebes, content creator here from Fort Lauderdale. He's actually one of the guys that got us into video production. As you know, I mainly was doing photography, and then after the pandemic, I kind of just started doing more like video work and everything like that. So this is actually episode 6, and we got the legendary Eric Jackson with us. Sound like a superstar, but he is. You feel what I'm saying? Eric Jackson. You got to Google that. Google it. EJ in the building, you know. SoFlo Inspires. We've been running into each other since what? I say about 2017.
2017. That's crazy.
2017. That was when you first started. I didn't know if you first started, but that's around when you first started, basically. Because I'm like me, I'm always paying attention to content creators, and I could see when somebody just starting and everything like that, and I just like to grind anyhow. You feel what I'm saying? But like one thing that I always noticed was your consistency and your persistence. You was at every event, and you was very just at it. A lot of people, they do it for about 6 months, about 3 to 6 months. Majority of the content creators that I've seen since I've been doing it for a while. So most people, they get into it because of the girls, or the money, or just like the attention, like a lot of attention on Facebook or whatever like that from posting pictures. But like only a few people. So you was one of those guys that stayed consistent after 3 months, 6 months, year, and then everywhere we seen each other, we was like, I see you.
We say nothing. We always say, yo, we just knew.
Yeah.
We just knew.
Like literally from like across the way. I see you, my boy.
I see you working.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Everywhere, like literally everywhere, all the events, you feel what I'm saying? So that's why I reached out to you to be on the podcast and everything like that. So I was like, yeah, man, I appreciate you coming out here and spending some time with us, though, man.
Yeah, man, I'm in the ContentFactory, boy. That's crazy. That's great, man. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming through, man. I like everything that you and your wife are doing, man. You guys are inspirational. I remember seeing you guys on Instagram, because hey, that's just a fruit of that consistency of like seeing you guys like, okay. And I saw that you guys were doing an event, DM'd you guys and saw like, okay, you guys are actually cool in person too. So it was like,
I hope so.
Seeing that dynamic was just like, okay, just awesome.
No, that was crazy. I appreciate you reaching out that time too for the event, man. You just started around that same time too, and you was like, "Yo, can I pull up? You know, I'll bring the camera and stuff like that." I was like, "Yeah, come on!" And you was doing your thing. He shot the photos, did the video. No, you did photos that day. You did only photos that day, and they came out great. Thanks, man. Yeah. Appreciate that.
What, you were shooting with the Nikon then, or you went to Sony already?
Sony.
Yeah, so he been in it at least 6 months if you were shooting with the Sony.
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah.
It was early in. And I was like, yo.
I had the Nikon and
First.
the Sony at the time, though.
Okay.
I just had the Nikon with me, but that wasn't like that. I was at the time where I just had the Sony.
Yeah, Joseph still got the Nikon. He's up in Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, another young. I don't know if you're using it. But we about to find out. I be doing crazy stuff like that. Like I like to just drop like if I see somebody, like my mindset, like when I first started hustling was like I got caught up, got in trouble and everything like that. So like when I was sitting down, I was like, bro, I'm instead of the same way like my OG gave me like a quarter pound or a pound and a tutu.
Yeah, and a tutu.
And like and it's like, yo, go make money.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna do the same thing but with a camera.
Same
you feel
thing,
what I'm saying? So like once I started working with the cameras, I just like focus really hard, not just like on me getting better. It's like, okay, I got to get better too, but like I want to eventually, I just keep buying cameras. Yeah. So eventually I just run into somebody like, oh yeah, you shoot? All right, cool. Boom. There's a camera.
Start that journey now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's work. Let's see what you do. Like
Put them in the arena. Put them in the arena. You know what
I'm saying? I done did it so many times. Like some people, they try to get over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's happened. It's happened a few times. Where even at one point where I was like, I ain't looking out for nobody. That's it. It's over.
And you got to that point?
Yeah, because people like when you like certain people, like that's why we all here right now, because you got hearts, we got good hearts. You feel me? Got good intentions. Got good hearts. Yeah, like we come from a certain pedigree. You feel what I'm saying? We come from like that same. Like, we don't have to ever speak like how I used to see you at these different events from 2007 all the way to like where we at now. It's like we used to see each other, but we knew that it's a certain kind of connection, and to come to find out, you know, a lot of my family, a lot of people I grew up with.
Insane.
So it's like a lot of things with you as well. It's like the way that we connected it. That's the core. So like I always like to just see where creativity could take people. Cause I've seen where it took me. You know what I'm saying? So like putting in that work, seeing that growth, him connecting with you, I'm like, oh, this brother EJ, he about to steal him. Yeah. Everybody be trying to steal Raul.
Nah.
Everybody try to steal Raul. Bro.
Everybody do try to steal Raul.
Everybody be stealing Raul. But at the
he's
end
a
of
gem.
Yeah, he a giant. He gonna increase your growth. He gonna make you grow as a person. And that's
10X.
the thing that people don't be knowing. Like a lot of times they be like seeing me and Raul work together, and they like, oh yeah, you know, you putting him on. I'm like, if that makes you feel good. But honestly, he putting me on.
Exactly.
Because majority of the things that he know, I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I just learned.
I learn from each
by
other.
being around them.
Sharpen irons, you know what I'm saying?
And then he makes me want to go harder because I'm like, ain't no way he gonna outwork me.
Young man.
Yeah. There's no way you gonna outwork me. There's no way. He's already smarter than me. Like he got some smarts, but I got some smarts too. So I'm like, we gonna have to see what it is.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
I love
So that's just me in general. Like I'm
That's great,
always a grinder, a hustler. So it's like
it's friendly competition.
Yeah,
it's like it sharpens y'all. It's like you're growing that way. I'm sure he's learning so much from you too, being in the arena with you guys. So it's great to see that his growth is crazy because you just started, man. Like, it has it been a year? Or it's going almost 2 years.
It's actually 2 years.
Dang, time is going by fast.
It's actually 2, man.
Okay,
this
2
month
years.
we're in March, right? What is this?
Be in March.
March.
Yeah, we're in March.
Yeah, like
21st.
18, 20?
21st.
Wow, it is 2 years. It's literally 2 years. Like a full-on 2 years since video production and everything.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Literally 2
That's
years.
crazy.
And we've done like at least 100 pictures, 100 videos plus.
Yeah.
Plus, yeah, for sure. Y'all been working.
100 videos from
Yeah.
beginning to end. At least.
At least.
You know, so we gotta go back and look at how many videos we actually produced, cause we up there in the numbers.
I already know.
2 years, you feel what I'm saying?
From the time period y'all started, yo, a lot of growth.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna get into like you know, I just want to learn a little bit about you as well. You know what I mean? Like, so as EJ, the content creator, right? The entrepreneur, the husband. You feel me?
The husband.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You know, you inspire a lot of us out here. So like, from that very moment where we was bumping into each other at Speak Easy at these different events, what made you want to get that camera? I'm gonna just leave it at that. Where were you when you got that camera? What was your intention when you first got your first camera?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, initially when I bought that camera, it was 2017. Like I said, we started in 2017, September of 2017, and I had a clothing brand at the time, man, and I just knew the importance of just quality content, quality photos, quality video, and I knew I needed to be accessible. Like, I needed to have it consistently. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna invest, take this chance on myself. I opened up a first official credit card with Best Buy, and I bought the T6i, the Canon T6i Rebel, and I bought that camera with intentions just to take quality photos for my clothing brand, bro. And I was just taking photos of my friends, you know, people that was on my basketball team. I used to be like, yo, just wear my stuff. Let me take pictures of you real quick so I can post it and stuff like that. And then eventually, like, people start reaching out and be like, oh, you do photography? And I'm like, sure. I got a camera. Yeah, I do photo, I do video, because it was a flip cam, so I can do both. So I was like, sure. And then I remember this lady at my church, she reached out to me to do her daughter's Sweet 16. And it was the first time I got paid for a gig, and it was like $60. But I was like, yo, $60 was like a lot of money to me at the time. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I can't believe I just got paid to just do something like I really, really enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I had no stabilizer, no gimbal at the time. I just had, I was on a little monopod type of thing, just recording her Sweet 16. And it was just crazy because her reaction when I sent her the photos and the videos, it was shocking to me. She loved it. And I was just like, all right, that built my confidence. I was like, all right, I guess I can kind of do this thing. But I had the clothing brand, but I don't know. It just ended up working where I started pursuing this photography journey because of the people I was meeting. You know, like I used to see you all the time at events. I used to meet people like David at events, and I think that really like resonated with me like the most. Like it really it just showed me that relationships is what I really enjoy, man. I just love, you know, connecting with other people, other creatives, and it's just crazy. I didn't really mean to do photography, honestly.
Yeah.
It kind of just happened.
Yeah, and he just took my job. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, I'm out here. You find me on the highway. We'll work for food. You feel what I'm saying? Content creators, man. The life of a not for real though. Content creation is a great world, and you touched on something that's very, very important. You said that you got your first job in church, right? I got my first job from my auntie and them. But when I moved back to Florida and everything like that, like the basis of like how I built my whole entire brand, it's gonna be a little, I guess, the opposites, right? It's like the church and the clubs.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Event photography, that's how I built my whole entire brand. Right. So like the thing about the church and the clubs that really, really refined my shooting abilities is it's the worst lighting.
Yes.
Worst lighting. When you're shooting in the church, the lighting is so low. And the colors are like a yellow tint.
Warm.
Yeah, very warm.
So if you could get a good image inside of a church, it took me so long because it's like when I try to like slow down the shutter, now they move a lot more too. You feel what I'm saying? So they jumping, they doing everything, they're in the moment. It's blurry.
Motion blur.
But then it's like, okay, how am I gonna get? That's when I start like figuring out how to get, like, I got that 50, got the 1.8, so now I can just get the cleaner shots and more in focus and stuff like 100%. That. Same thing with the nightclub. Nightclub is just a terrible lighting situation.
I used to hate it.
And the nightclub, the thing about the nightclub too is you got to learn how to deal with people a lot more. In church, they're a lot more friendly to you. They're a lot more, hey, but I bet shit. You know what I mean?
A lot more lenient.
Yeah.
A lot more grace.
Yeah. A lot more encouraging.
Yes.
And then, like, that's how I built my whole company, from doing like birthday party after birthday. Because once you start 100%. Taking pictures at the church and people see, the church is a bunch of families. Yes. That's my extended family. Yes. So the more they see you working, they be like, oh, I got a birthday party coming up. I got a wedding coming up. I got da-da-da-da. It's like you become like the photographer from the church. And in the church, you got 50 families in that church. You feel what I'm saying? So from funerals to weddings to all that stuff. So I got so much experience from that. But the nightclub gave me another level of experience, not only from the lighting part, but you gotta like throw bows. You gotta take no's. You gotta be able to like take a no and keep it pushing. Because like you walking up to people and be like, hey, you want to? I can take a picture. And they say no. They say hell no. I'm like no. I'm like, and you already kind of shy, and you already in the club, and it's like, I'm already kind of out my element. I'm like, it makes you not want to take a picture. I remember those feelings, like putting down my camera and not want to take those pictures. And you know what? Shoot a shot again. Let me go in there. What's up? Let me take a picture. And it's like the energy of like going in it with like half of an energy. You go in there halfly defeated. It's like you're gonna get a no.
100%.
Sometimes they say, yeah. And then that builds your confidence. 100%. But it's all about the approach when you get in there. They're like going in there with that
confidence.
Yeah, with the I'm already getting a like it's acting like I already got like I already boom. Oh, it's too late. I already got my photo. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking a no. And then if you give me a no, okay, all right, you camera shot. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back around. Get you some more drinks in you.
Yep. Once those drinks hit, then you know you're ready to take those photos after that. So it makes sense, man.
Exactly. So you touched on the church, man. And like, how did the church help you as far as like, you know, building your brand? Or I don't know if it was the same experience, like you was able to connect with a lot more people, but you know, some of my church brothers that raised me.
Yeah, man.
And you know, like my family, you feel what I'm saying? So like, how were they in that realm, especially in the beginning phase of like building that business?
In the beginning phase, honestly, my church gave me the opportunity to be creative. I was a lot involved, even before photography, involved in church and the media, and the youth, obviously. I used to do music as well. I don't know if you ever knew that. Yeah. I used to do music. I used to be a part of a band, my family band called We Are Young. Yeah. And
I imagine that. It
was funny.
You're Jamaican, so I picture that.
But pretty much, we was very involved in the youth, very involved in the media, and just promoting the church, getting the church more out there on the digital space. So the church community, allowed me to have that freedom to be involved in the meetings, even though I was like 14 years old. Be involved in the creative process of creating logos, creating shirts, creating the flyers. So when I started doing photography, it was like a no-brainer for them. Honestly, they're just like, they already thought I did photography. They already thought that was an element that was already like I was doing in my life. So they kind of just, like you said, I was the church photographer. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to come to me for birthdays, for weddings. Even till now, they reached out to me, for events that they're having and banquets. They always having a banquet. So I would say definitely give me those opportunities to be creative, but also prayer. Like, honestly, they kept me prayed up during that season of my life when I first started. Obviously, when you're starting out, there's always doubts, there's always fears. So they kept me motivated to keep going, and especially my mom. She's a believer, and she's a believer on faith. So faith is like a big thing that I stood on, especially early in the journey when you're not making that much money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're not making that much money, and you're trying to pretty much sell your worth. You're trying to show like, hey, what you're worth and what you can bring to the table. So, yeah, man, like God has definitely, just kept me through that process, man, and even now, like 100%, like especially the church family. So God bless them, man. Appreciate it.
100%. And I got a documentary that we're gonna be shooting soon.
Documentary
for Gateway Church.
No way.
It is coming very, very soon, and it's gonna be me and my brother Raul right next to me. Brother Raul.
Let's go.
Yeah, but for real though, cause they gave me the foundation of like what you're saying with faith, but really just belief. Cause I was a bad jit, bro. I just had a lot of energy. I ain't know what to do with it.
You used to skip Sunday school?
I used to skip Sunday school, bro.
Really know.
I used to skip Sunday school, walk to the corner store, come back. Where RJ at? Bruh. We used to be lit, bro. Hey. You know what I mean? But like fighting, doing everything, bro. Doing everything bad, bro. And the thing, I always stayed in the church though. That's one thing they do. They still kept me in there. And like my pastor, that the one I must make a documentary for, is coming up. It was her and the husband. The husband was cool. And then she had the eye. It's like she believed in me. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Little things like that keep you going. Your moms keep you going. Like anybody that kind of like believe in you somewhat, it kind of keeps you that drive. And then plus, they was giving us an opportunity to use my creativity. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
In a safe space. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of uncertainties when you first. So they kind of built up that level of confidence to be able to do what we're doing now. But in photography though, like it's so many different in photography and in content creation, so many different directions you could go. You could go from the event world, or you could go into those photography, branding photos. Did you ever choose a particular direction, or did you have like one that was a majority? And this was like, okay, this is what I'm just kind of like fine tuning. Cause I think I remember you for. Was it video? I think I remember you for video first, and then I see you doing photography. Like,
okay.
Where you went first? Was it like events, and then you did branding? Like, what was it in the beginning? Was it mainly branding, and then you just doing events on the side, trying to get that right?
Yeah, that's a great question. Man, I started off initially doing, like I said, both. Right, I started doing both. In terms of niche, I was shooting everything. I didn't care. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot anything that I can do on this camera, photo, video wise.
What was getting you paid in the beginning?
Events for sure. Events for sure. Events come as the most my gosh, events, weddings for sure. That always they always cut the check for that for sure. Yeah. And then I got paid for doing. I got you. So then I was getting paid for doing branding. So branding like for clothing brands. And I remember a clothing brand reached out to me to shoot. And it was like a first legit big gig. And I was like, yo, you can make money from shooting, a few images for these shirts. It was basic stuff in the studio. I was like, okay, that's crazy. All right. So I got really, and the thing is, I always loved branding anyway. I love lifestyle. I love just personal branding, like in the whole general. Because that was the whole point of me doing the clothing brand. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to build that personal brand for the clothing brand. So I started with everything, man. Boxing. I was shooting a lot of boxing because my brother, he was boxing at the time. So I used to always be in the gym, recording people fighting, people sparring.
You want to box?
Huh? What you say? You want to box?
It's in your mind.
No, man. We don't want no boxing. We're good, man. We're good. But no, for real though, man. It was cool though. I was shooting boxing. I was shooting baby showers. I was shooting I was shooting models. Obviously, models was big. That was like my creative space. Like I love shooting like just magazine type of portraits and stuff like that. That was fun. Like those were cool, man. I really enjoyed that. So, but once I realized that I really was passionate about like just lifestyle, content and events, I kind of just said, I'm gonna focus on these two branches. And obviously you still do other things on the side here and there if a gig comes up, right? But I was like, no, these two is like what I love, like passionate about. Like I love this, bro. So yeah, lifestyle events is what I pretty much started to focus on as I kept going on the journey, for sure.
How was it making that shift from doing like models and more creative work to then doing personal branding? Because sometimes you might feel like, oh, dang, this is more serious. This is a more serious gig. So, like, what was your mindset during that time?
Yeah, that's a great question too. It was definitely a mindset switch because now I'm moving more into a professional world versus just creative space where you kind of had I'm not gonna say you had the freedom doing events and lifestyle, but you had no limits doing creative, shots with models and stuff like that, clothing brands and stuff like that. But I remember I had to pretty much educate myself more in the business side now. Like, all right, I was like, all right, I'm not just a creative now. Like, I'm actually a businessman now. Like, I have to figure out invoices, contracts, release forms, copyright, so many different aspects of the photography business as a whole. And thank God for like just people like other creators like y'all guys, that kind of just was able to, sharpen me in the sense of ask questions to be able to, give me the information I needed to kind of help me in those areas. But it felt like a slow process, but it definitely made it smooth once I had like a group of people to kind of rely on in that area. So yeah,
that's dope. So that's one of the main things, right? With photography, it's one of the like anybody that rock with us, anybody that's rocking with Content Factory, or Truth to Create, like this is the bait. The bait is the creativity.
Yeah.
The bait is the camera.
Of course.
Reel their ass in with that, and then get them to educate on the business and how to actually present yourself. Because the business is not only invoicing, the business is how you dress, your energy, how you speak, how your communication, turnaround times, all that is part of the business,
the process,
part of your brand, part of your reputation. So like when you talk about invoicing, like what was your first invoicing software? What invoicing software are you using back then? What invoice software are you using now?
Yeah, it was PayPal.
Okay.
Actually, it was Square appointments. I didn't really too like it, honestly. It wasn't that accessible or user friendly to me at the time, so I just said, all right, PayPal. PayPal was more simple. I can just easily write it up, send it to them, use their email. And then I got introduced to a CRM called Tab A, which is perfect photography, invoice system, has everything in terms of questionnaires. It's like what is it? Shutter.
Shutterstock?
The other one.
So you got I used to use Honeybook.
Honeybook, my bad. Honeybook.
I used to use Honeybook. Yeah.
It's similar to Honeybook.
Yeah.
And once I started using that, I even seen like the journey, the customer journey journey changed for them. Like, it was very user friendly, very just detailed and organized, and I was like, okay, I feel a little more professional now and more confident. I'm like, all right, and yeah, those were the two I first started off with, for sure. And I still use it right now.
And now you're using Tavi more, but I still use some of the other softwares as well.
I still use
Waves.
Oh, you use Waves? Okay, Waves is cool.
I used to use Waves in the beginning. The Waves is one of the main things that I always try to tell, like any photographer or any content creator that's getting into the game to start using, because it's a professional. It's easy to make. It's easy way to start making you make a list of like your price points.
Right.
Make you start thinking about that. It's an easy way to send out your price points, and it makes you look professional. So
100%.
Wave also has like different accounting tools too. So like when you connect it to your bank account, it would show how much money you made each month. Negative,
profits and loss.
Profits and loss.
I love that.
You can categorize even your expenses too, because like one of the most recent events we did, it was a mastermind, and the whole thing he was talking about was knowing your scoreboard. It was about data. So knowing
KPIs.
your scoreboard is pretty much like you won't know what play to make unless you know the score. So like if you're playing basketball, right? If you don't know how much time you have left, you don't know the score, you don't know what quarter you're in, like once you know that, then you know exactly what play to call. So just like with your finances, right? When you know how you stand, then you know what to do next. You know where to start putting money, where to start investing or saving, you know. So that's pretty much the thing. But
this is not sponsored by Waves
not sponsored
at
by
all.
Wave at all. Not sponsored.
Nah, definitely not. It's and that's the part of the whole thing. It's like talking about real things that we fine tuned. First, it was just creativity and getting that support and getting that foundation and going out and doing a lot of free events. A lot of people got this. You got to go out there and have a free events. Don't go out there and just shoot the free event, but establish a relationship with the promoter, the person that's organizing the event.
100%.
Give them some free pictures.
I agree.
Get that connection. They're gonna invite you to the next event.
100%.
They're gonna probably pay you, and just like set your standards for everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they call you and they pay, then they gotta pay. But if you show up and you call them, I'll just do it for free.
Yeah.
100%. You know, it's a lot of that build a foundation. But when we went into like invoicing and stuff like that, you mentioned something about customer journey.
Yeah.
When did customer journey even become a thing for you? Because it became a thing for me probably about a year ago, when I started going really, probably about 2 years, right?
2 years.
A year and a half.
Give it a year and a half. Yeah.
Year and a half.
Okay.
Probably about a year and a half ago. I started really going really in depth with like, what is my customer journey?
Yeah.
How can I improve it? And things like that.
Yeah.
When did customer journey become a thing for you? And what's your customer journey now?
Yeah, customer journey. For me, honestly, like I'm big on customer service, man. I feel like people buy into the person, you know, people buy into the brand, you know, not necessarily always the product. I mean, the product obviously has to be a good product, but if you're likable, if you're just pretty much clear on what that client can expect, on what they're gonna receive in terms of getting from where they are right now to their goals, I figured that if you make that process smooth for them, that most likely you're going to see great rewards for their business. Also, they're going to be able to refer other people towards you, towards you and your business, and just come back. So once I realized that, I worked with a lot of people where customer service was bad, man. Like just horrible. Like they had a great product, but just the communication wasn't there. And I remember like I was in certain situations where I can pick this person or I can pick that person, right? One with high level customer service, like from beginning to start, you know, I mean, from start to finish, smooth, communication's easy, no, very few questions at the end of it, right? You know what I'm saying? Very clear and concise versus someone, I dealt with that is just very nonchalant, no energy, not clear on what I'm receiving, you know, in terms of the deliverables and stuff like that. So obviously I'm more drawn to, I think we all are more drawn to people that we just understand from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? That, and we just understand like, yo, this is what I'm gonna put in this, I'm gonna invest in this, and I'm gonna get that. I know that for sure, you know what I'm saying? And it's just someone you're just likable, you can chill with, you can vibe with, type of thing. So For us, we always establish that from once we create SoFlo. I guess I learned that mostly when I had EJ Visuals at the time, like that brand. And when we created SoFlo, when me and my wife came together, we just knew that we wanted to make sure customer service is number one priority, and obviously deliver amazing product to them as well. So right now, we're trying to keep a simple process for them. Right now, we're using Tab A. It's really simple. You initially fill out a form. We get requests. We call you. We discover like your needs, your wants, your goals, your vision for your video, for your photo, for your ultimate.
You do that on the form, or you do that on the phone call?
On the form, we do a basic outline just to get an idea. So when we get on the call, we already know a little bit about you, right? And then we go more in depth on the phone call. And then once from there, we'll see if we're a good fit. From there, then we'll send you over a quote. We send you over more information about wherever they're inquiring about. And then I usually like to get on the second call right before we even have a session, just to confirm everything, because things change and ideas change. Sometimes we have ideas come last minute, and we're like, yo, check this out. We have this idea. We want to do this and do that. So just confirming everything, making sure that we're on the same page, and that at the end of it, that there's no questions, there's no surprises, man. We want to limit revisions as much as possible. I know for you guys, for editors like you, Raul, you want to limit those revisions and those hiccups. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Customer journey is key. Customer journey is key, man, for sure. Sure.
100%. Without that customer journey, man, it's like just paying attention to it. It's so many simple things that you could pay attention to, like you said, communication.
Communication, yeah.
So like for me, I just try to have multiple touch points. So it's like, okay, touch points before we get on the call. Fill out this form real quick for me. Okay, you don't fill out the form? When we get on the call, I'm going to ask you everything that's on the form.
Exactly.
Could have made it easier.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that, I got more questions for you. I'm going to ask more questions. And they're like, oh, I just want the price. And it's like, I don't even know what we need to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So is it right for me to give you a price? Do you want me to give you you know what I mean? I can't really give you a price. Can you explain to me what your vision is? What you're trying to do when you need to get it done, things like that. You know. So then we can move on to the next phase, which is the actual production. And like how you said, having that kickoff call before you actually shoot, that onboarding call, the kickoff call, whatever you want to call it.
So key.
It's just like that call alone have changed my my experience with the people that I've been working with, and it also helped me eliminate dealing with certain people that's not. That's not like not a good fit.
Not a good fit.
Yeah, that's not a good fit.
It's not a good fit.
Yeah. So that eliminates a lot of that. So that onboarding call, asking those questions, and even like how we did with a production that we just did recently, having another call where you get to introduce to the actual team, the content creators that's going to be dope. With you, covering the content and creating the content for you on that day. So that way you see everybody that's there, you see the editors, everybody that's on the call, they understand what's happening. And then
that's a Zoom call?
On the Zoom call, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
On a Zoom, yeah. Okay. On a Zoom, we do that everybody hop on Zoom. Just so everybody could ask their questions and they could get a feel of like what's going on, and he could ask questions as well. And then from there, we do the production. I do a quick little call at the end of the production. Then we set up like today. We probably gonna do another call where I'm just gonna, hey, shoot you a text. Hey, you got any time? We can jump on the call, get some more feedback.
Yeah.
How are you gonna just get clarity on exactly what you said, or how are you gonna use this images? How do you want to use this video? Are you going to use these videos mainly for registration? Are you going to use this mainly for an ad campaign to promote your services? What are you going to mainly use this content for? Right. What platforms do you want to use it on? So that way we can not make sure we export in all aspect ratios anyhow. But I just need to have clarity on the direction of the content, so that way we can eliminate the amount of revisions. Right?
Clarity is so important, because like, no question is a dumb question.
No.
Even if you have to ask the question over and over, but in a different way, just because they're not giving you exactly what you need.
Facts.
Keep asking that same question.
Yeah.
Because that's something even you might have to do on set, because we take the client's ideas and what they have. So like, we might plan on doing something a certain way, and on set things might change a little bit. But if it's not outside of the scope on what we agree, then we're like, oh, sure.
And we can do that. Yeah.
You know? So clarity, asking the same question.
Over.
You know, whatever you might feel is a dumb question, ask it anyway.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So,
no, that's true.
clarity.
Questions is key, man.
Yeah.
Questions is everything, honestly. It's like Jesus. Jesus, all he did was ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like when people used to ask him, you know, just certain things, man. He always replied with a question.
Yeah.
You know, have you thinking? Have you?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta get them thinking.
Yeah.
Like, is that really what you want?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And have them explain what's in their mind, because you can't read anyone's mind. You need to know what are you thinking? What's your vision? What do you want? Like, you know, what do you want to see in this? You know what I'm saying? What do you want to get from this? So that's a great point. Questions
Always ask questions. Take your time, always asking questions. But another thing too is where was another pivotal thing. The main pivotal thing is those questions and communication.
Yeah.
But another thing that was like really, really amazing is, I always do this anyhow, but identifying problems early. Identifying problems early and letting them know about the problem. As soon as you let them know about the problem, let them know about a solution. Never let them know about a problem by itself.
Yes.
Right? Always bringing that solution with it. Because as soon as they hit it, because it's gonna be problems.
100%.
Gonna be issues. You gotta identify it.
Yeah.
You gotta identify the problem and then provide some sort of solution.
I agree.
It could have been your fault.
Yeah.
It's been a situation where we done lost footage.
Yeah.
You know, it done been a situation where we probably didn't capture everything exactly as we wanted.
Yep. Missed the shot.
shot.
You know.
But here's a solution.
Yeah. Here's the solution. Here's the two options that we have.
Yeah.
Based on what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I agree.
So like no matter what, it's just like always, and it may not be something that's you may think that it's not a solution, but just have something.
Something to present, because everyone loves just options. As long as you have an option to be like, all right, how can I fix this? Option A, option B. Mm-hmm. And even if it's slightly different or slightly a little change, or just move this text to the right instead.
Yeah.
That's the solution right there. That's the solution. Yeah. You want to crop. All right, can you get that out? Yeah, just crop in, zoom in. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Add some B-roll shots to cover this up. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great point. Having that solution ready is key. And that's part of the customer journey as well, because the customer journey doesn't stop after you film. It continues even after delivery. And just once they receive all their content, that's when it really stops. Right? You know what I'm saying? So,
and it actually don't even stop then.
No, you're right.
After they deliver the content, guess what we go back to?
Follow up.
Questions.
Let's go.
More questions. What was your experience like?
Yes, feedback.
What do you feel that we can improve on as a team? What did you like and what you didn't like? Would you use video marketing again? Would you use our services again?
100%.
Can you write us a review?
5-star review.
5-star review. On Google. Would you leave us a testimonial on video?
Please. You know? Need that.
And then even after that, like 3 months later, 4 months later, 2 months later.
Follow up.
Have the video been working for you? If so, how have it increase your sales? Like, that's case study.
Yep.
Exactly.
Questions will never stop.
Never stop. You're right. You're right. Oh, that's great, man. That's great.
So like even with us talking about that, like how do you go about developing questions? Did you like is it templates? Is it like how do you even think about like the type of questions that's important for you to
problems.
ask? Yeah.
Experiences and problems. All right. So for us to not have this happen again, we gotta put this in place. We gotta ask this question. We gotta ask this question and that question. You know what I'm saying? Because man, like every SOP that we create is from a problem that we experience that we're like, we do not need this to happen again. How can we limit this like the most? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the question we gotta ask on the forums? What's the question we gotta ask on the call? What's the questions we gotta ask in the email? What's the questions we need to ask in person before we even record? Before we even hit record, we should let them see themselves. Like, you like this? You like how you look? You like your hair? You like this? Check everything. Like, that's something that be able to add in, because they'll be like, oh, you didn't show me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't show, like, I didn't see. I didn't know. I didn't know.
That's a good one.
So
I'm taking that one.
No, for real. Listen,
I'm taking that one.
Helps
That's a good
lot.
one.
You gotta let them
like
see.
how you look? Da-da-da,
Confirm. Cool. We did it.
Good? Boom.
Yeah.
Verbal confirmation is perfect too. You know, everything's good to have documentation. I love documentation, but even that verbal, like, hey, at least you know, like, we asked, we tried, we really put in the effort in making sure like everything's clear and concise.
I got a question for you.
A
question from an event that I've learned from like problems,
okay.
right? You booked from 8 to 10. Now it's 9:30. You know you got about 30 more minutes to shoot, and they still carrying on. Hey, just to check in, is there anything else you need me to capture before I leave?
Yep.
Oh, you leaving right now? No, I'm not leaving right now, but I'm leaving in 30 minutes. Yeah, anything you want me to capture before I leave?
Yeah. That's big right there.
Yeah.
Do you want to extend coverage?
You want to extend the coverage? Okay.
I have 30 minutes left. Do you want to extend coverage?
Do you want to extend? How much would it be? What you'd like to know?
Yeah. Facts. No, that's true. That's a big one. That's a great one. We use that a lot. When you see that time creeping, you gotta ask that question, man. You can't play with that. You know what I'm saying?
I never asked that one. I always do the 30 minutes and check in with them and say, okay, I'm about to be leaving soon. Is there anything else you need me to capture? I did that at the most recent event I just did.
Okay.
You know, so I had somebody shadowing me that event too. So from the beginning, right, we arrived at least 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
RJ like to be there an hour early, but we were there like 30
Punctual?
minutes early.
I'm not necessarily working. I'm conveying the room.
I feel you got scout.
Around.
I love that.
Exactly.
Get people used to you, used to your energy. You know.
True.
I'm trying to find out who's providing the food and become friends with them.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's big right there.
Be friends with the person giving the food.
Yes, sir.
You know, and be friends with the
Planner, whoever's the coordinator.
Exactly. So us going in there and so I had somebody there scouting, but shadowing.
Yeah.
In there with me, and he pretty much got to see like the whole point of me coming to the event, greeting the client, looking at the entire location 30 minutes before, how I'm setting up, how I have my SD cards in, to all the way up to editing and coming back to the office and looking through the photos. So that whole process of, you know, keeping up with the client is always important. You know?
Always important. That's big, man.
Yeah, and then even turnaround time.
Yeah.
So like them seeing that, so a lot of people just shoot and they don't understand that you have to actually dock that footage like immediately as soon as possible.
Immediately.
If you don't do it right away,
within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, you're gonna forget. And then as another event gonna book, you might clear that car. You'll be in trouble.
Yep.
You don't. This is from real life situations, real life problems.
100%.
And that's how we kind of avoid that. And then that turnaround time. As soon as you get that turnaround time, then you got to follow up with a call and you deliver the content. Either you follow up you give them a couple of days, but give them a call. Give them a call so they can hear your voice.
Yeah.
And be like, hey. You can get that 5-star review. You better get that 5-star review.
Get that review.
Get that 5-star review. And even if a majority of them don't really go in and give me the review, I don't know why it's so hard. But as long as I checked in,
you do your part.
And I give you a call, and that's it. That's all I got to do.
That's it. I agree. Communication. It goes back to communication.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go into like how we met up doing what it was, Creatives of SoFlo at the time.
Right here.
Yeah, we was doing it at a smoothie spot. We was
in Bayou Fit.
Yeah, we was at a smoothie spot. We also linked up at a coffee bar, and like I reached out to you and like Christina, and I think Jabari was there. It was just like 4 of us.
Yeah,
I didn't even hit up David or nothing like that yet, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna set up a small group of just photographers, like the young crew. You can't come out here yet, David. Like,
sorry,
you know what I mean?
Sorry, legend.
Yeah, legend, the GOAT can't come out yet. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's link up first as a team, and then let's let them see that. Oh, you guys are doing a monthly. Okay. Oh, you guys with some teams, man.
What you saying? No.
What you saying? No.
What you saying? Yeah. So that's what my idea is. Like, yo, let's link up and let's chill, because we're so busy shooting.
Yeah.
We're so busy creating content, we don't have time to like actually link up. So I like, let's link up once a month and just hang out and just talk about different subjects. So that's how I kind of like it started from, and that's how now we're doing this podcast thing.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
how do you feel, man? How long? That's been at least 2 years, 2.5.
It's been about
About 3?
Yeah, because it's before the pandemic we started the
You're right.
Yeah,
Definitely
we was
before
doing
the pandemic.
this was like about 2018, 2007. Yeah, about 2018.
Yeah, 18. You're right.
You know what I mean? About then on 3-4 years, and then
crazy.
we had to slow down for a little bit. We went on Zoom.
Yeah, we on Zoom. I remember that. Yeah.
So like it been about 3-4 years, but it going to where it's at now is just part of the purpose and part of the staying the role with the purpose. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not necessarily about me. And it's not because like the thing is like with me, and I know it may be like I'm bro. At the end of the day, regardless if I'm here or not, it needs to keep going.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Regardless if I'm in Florida or if I'm in Alaska, if I'm in Jamaica or if I'm just, you know what I mean? Not around. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, everything needs to keep going, and it's all about plant seeds and multiplying. You feel what I'm saying? So like Tupac used to always say, like, we don't die, we multiply. And I always used to think about that. Like, what he mean by that? Like, you're dead, buddy. But then it's like his words, he put out all of that content into the world. He put out all that positive thoughts, all of those feelings that he was feeling on paper, not only on paper, but he put it in music. So people could now hear how he felt, how he experienced certain things, the things that he was going through, the different prophecies that he was talking about, right?
Yeah.
So that's like how we multiply. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing. Yeah, I want to be great, but we got to multiply what we're doing. We got to multiply ourselves. So it's always academy agency. Agency is always being great and helping other people be great with content, and then academy is just multiplying. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what Choose to Create is, and that's what now I'm like, you know what, you might as well do it on Zoom, on podcasts, on
audio.
YouTube, and hopefully somebody gets some value from it. They can always get in contact with us. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We actually working in the field. We actually have real life experiences.
100%.
So we might as well put it out there for the world.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
agree.
mean?
Yeah, I love what you guys are doing, man. It's great.
Bruh, I appreciate you, man.
Of
You was
course,
part of the beginning. You was part of the beginning of everything. You feel what I'm saying?
No,
so
it's crazy.
On that same note, though, you doing the same exact thing. You feel me? You got the agency, SoFlo Inspires, and you also do a lot of meetups, headshot meetups, so that way people get to see a content creator that they could actually touch and ask questions with. And then not only on that, you that's like taking it from Choose to Create in person to actually online with the book.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you able to put your real insights inside of a book. Let me pass the book right here.
This guy's funny.
I
Appreciate it, man.
Freedom over fear. You
Yes,
feel what I'm
sir.
saying? The Business Owner's Guide to Achieving Financial Freedom.
Yeah, man.
That's a dope thing, and that's what it's about, helping other people achieve financial freedom and just helping people on the journey.
On the journey, man.
It's a lot on the journey, man.
It's a lot. A lot of people don't know what we go through as creatives and as business owners, and just in this whole world, man. Like the creative space, it can be very low moments. You can have a very tough time just trying to figure things out, in terms of just what to do next, how to grow, how to expand. Like you have a bunch of doubts and fears that just comes into like your space, and you have to learn how to manage that. You gotta learn how to manage on the outside noise and trying to continue to improve, at the same time, and making sure that you're providing and your service to your clients to really optimize their business. So it's a lot on their plate sometimes as creatives that I think we don't talk enough about, and I'm glad you guys are putting the platform now for creatives to have these discussions, especially here in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot of that here in South Florida, being so that the nature is so, I don't know, it's, I guess, sophisticated, like Miami, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, like, community is key, man, and I feel like the more you guys continue to do this and give the platform for creatives like us, we're gonna see the creative space in South Florida change and have like a real impact and shift. And appreciate what you guys are doing, man. Seriously, man. It's great.
100%.
Community definitely is key, because that's what keeps you going. Like what you were talking about with people who start for like 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
9 months and probably end off and stop right there. When you have that community and seeing people who are constantly doing it, and that's honestly the whole reason why I'm still here and still around, you know, because I could have been doing anything really, you know. So it's like that whole community is basically what makes you stronger too, because then you can collaborate, bring them on with gigs or whatever you have. So, like, definitely.
And do life. I mean, like, you just shot my wedding, man. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, we met 3 years ago, and this man right here, Rahul, was one of my second shooters at my wedding. Like, he shot the video, and the video came out amazing. And he not only shot my wedding, he shot my engagement proposal first. And then now you shot my wedding, and like that's the thing. Like, we're building relationships now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beyond photography. Like, what me and my wife we say it's beyond the lens. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beyond what we do. You know what I'm saying? Photography wise. So
it's not just like how you said, beyond the lens. It's not the photography. It's not the lens. It's not all that. It's like what you're doing. It helps us stay, like, really at the end of the day, it's all about staying alive. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about staying alive.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's all about mentally staying alive.
Mentally.
Mentally staying, inspirationally staying alive in your heart. A lot of people, you'll see things happen where, dang, oh, he committed suicide. Oh, dang, oh, bro did this. Oh, dang, bro, I wish I would have. Nah, we got to do that beforehand.
100%.
We got to be there for people beforehand. We got to chop it up and just, you ain't got to talk. You ain't got to preach to nobody. You just got to spend time with them.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Check up on them.
You just got to spend time with them. You feel me? So I've had moments, and the reason why I'm like this so adamant about it is because I have plenty of dark moments where it's like, bro, I be ready to give up, bro.
No, I know.
100, bro. Like
100%.
on a real level, bro. Like, I'll be like, man, it would have been just easy if I'm just floating in the clouds. I can't just be chilling with Jesus right now. Like, just chilling, chopping it up with him. Though. You know what I mean? Just hanging out. I could be on the cloud. You know what I mean? I'm like, dang, you
could
feel
be
me?
outside.
Milk and honey. You know they got milk and honey up there. Milk and honey.
They got the
streets
paved with gold.
Yeah, streets paved with gold. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I think of things. Like, sometimes, you feel me? But then I think about the people that keep me here. Like, you know, like my mom, like my brothers, like you know you got your mom's love, but just 100%. While you in the field, sometimes you need brothers, you need people that you can laugh with, you need people that can encourage you, you know, you need people that's gonna be putting out good content, even if you don't see them, right? That's the beautiful thing about photography. I may not meet them or see them in person, but them posting really good videos or posting them really good photography, guess what? I'm gonna go out there and want to create more stuff. You doing what you're doing, like even with you, with your love, your marriage, and everything like that. That encourages me. I'm 35, finally got me a lady. You know what I mean? That encourages me because I'm afraid of a lot of that stuff, but that makes it more encouraging and makes 100%. it more inspiring. That is like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's what Jesus is saying. It's okay, son.
It's all right.
Just breathe. Just breathe, take it easy, understand that, somebody do love you.
Yep.
And ain't nothing got to be wrong with that. No. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Nothing wrong
Somebody
with that.
care about you. You 100%. Feel what I'm saying? And that's really what this is. Like, we here spending time with you. Yeah. Somebody care about you, bro. You ain't gotta give up the day.
Yeah, not today. I mean? Not today.
You ain't gotta give up the day, bro. You here with some real ones, and we gonna spend as much time that's needed, because that's how I look at it. What if he leave the day and he don't never come back? I'm going to spend as much time needed to make sure he's great, or make sure he knows that he ain't alone.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how I look at it. That's how I use this camera as a tool, and that's why I use our relationships, our bond, as like as that as a weapon, as a tool, as a powerful, like as a positive tool. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's so much negativity that we could always be doing, but 100%. Like the more that we just like, bro, it's just a powerful thing just to always try to. I'm sure you got moments where you want to give up, but you're putting out positivity.
Yeah. And what helps with that too is just taking a step back, like you said. Like for me, like taking a step back and reflecting, like looking how far we came on this journey. You know what I'm saying? Like where we were 2 years ago, we're not there no more. Like we have definitely seen an increase in an elevation. Like we couldn't even imagine, you know what I'm saying? Like starting out, we never thought like we'll be right now, like on this podcast, all three of us together, doing what we love, you know what I'm saying? Helping businesses impact other people's lives. Like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? So just reflecting on like how far you came on the journey and just taking time. We really got to take time for ourselves. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like we all have this. Like, we really go hard for our clients and go hard for people in general. So sometimes at the end of the day, we don't have enough left in the tank for ourselves. So it can get overwhelming.
This is very true.
It can get overwhelming.
Yesterday, I took the whole day off. That's
bold.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No calls.
I checked some emails. I checked some texts.
You took some texts?
I checked some texts just to
I
make
feel
sure
you.
everybody good.
As
Just to
long
make
as
sure
no
everybody
calls,
good.
though.
No calls, but the whole day, beach day, me and my lady on the
I'm
beach,
talking
full day. I put the phone in the car when I went on the beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Way to do it.
That's
I laid down. I took a nap.
Unplugged.
I took a nap. Listen,
You took a nap in the sand?
the sky was my ceiling.
Listen.
Yes.
That sun blazing on you?
No. I had a fan. I'm
Yeah,
prepared.
okay, you're smart though.
I had a fan. I had the umbrella.
You have the umbrella? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, smart.
So I
smart.
just laid
We need
out.
that in South Florida.
Yeah, I was laid out, man. I was like, wow, I did it. That was like a big thing for me, like to take a break.
No,
I did it.
Big. It's big. We don't do enough of it.
Yeah.
We don't do enough of it, man.
Silence.
Silence. It's all good,
It's
brother.
good, man.
all
We
good.
sharing mics over here. We all good here.
We can share mics.
We all good.
But this Sennheiser is trusty though, man. But
Nah, man.
that's what work.
No, yeah, like you said, man. Taking that break, taking that moment to rejuvenate and just re-energize ourselves and get ourselves back into that mind frame to pour out again, man.
Yeah.
Because how are we gonna pour from an empty vessel? You know what I'm saying? We gotta pour into ourselves. We gotta continue to just put ourselves in the best mind state possible, so we can be there for, like you said, for our family, for our friends, for our creators, for our team, for our community. Like, it's big, man. It's big. And I learned that a few times on this journey. And I remember one time I was burnt. I hit that ceiling, man.
Yeah.
I was burnt, bro. I was shooting every single day, every weekend, events from here, there, and there, answering calls, sending emails, editing, back to back. And I was like, I thought this is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be on that grind 24/7, nonstop. Let's go. And it hit me, man. And I legit got sick. You know, I used to get these migraines. My eyes really took a toll. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, right now, I gotta start wearing glasses. Like, it's crazy. But it really took a toll on me, you know, mentally. And I just remember, I forgot who told me, but they're just like, bro, relax. It's okay. Take a break. Take a day for yourself. Take a weekend for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
What do you do to take, what are some of the things that you do to, relax? Like, how are you, because, we talk about content creation. I know we want to choose to create. Yeah, we always creating content, but, it's important to even have certain things to relax. Like I said yesterday, I went on the beach. What was the beach day?
Yes.
What are some of the things that you use to actually, recharge?
Yeah, definitely. I love the beach. Me and my wife, we go to the beach a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love just being by the water, just feeling that breeze, the natural breeze. You know what I'm saying? It remind me of the islands, you know, in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it remind me of that type of lifestyle. So that's a place that definitely we go to recharge. But also, we like to look at model homes. Wow. I don't know if you ever went to see model homes in Boca or West Palm Beach area.
Yeah.
Nice luxury, just beautiful homes. Fully
How you
furnished.
find the model homes? Because we be driving through neighborhoods. Me and my lady be driving through
You
neighborhoods.
can go to Lotus
Yeah.
and Boca or
Yeah.
Boca Bridges. Just type in those two names, Boca Bridges or Lotus.
Yeah.
Model homes. You just sign a little waiver thing and you just go. As long as you dress in a little something. You know,
That's even funner.
it's fun. It's
baby,
fun.
we going, baby.
And you feel like you're in that role right now. Like, this is, like you about to buy a house, for real, like a nice house. It's nice community. But it just, I don't know, it refreshes us. Like, we've seen something new, something clean, something just inspiring. Like, we can envision ourselves in here one day as a family or as friends, just coming over. As creatives coming over, playing video games, taking photos, doing podcasts at the house, stuff like that. Like, that stuff, I'm not gonna lie, it helps us, recharge too. Just seeing stuff like that.
100%. The podcast helped me a lot. That's why, this week, I'm just gonna organize a podcast.
Yes.
Just having conversations, kicking it with entrepreneurs, kicking it with creatives. Time is the most important thing in this world.
100%.
Time is the only That's the most valuable thing. And just the fact that you spending time with me, that means a lot to me, bruh. Like, you feel me? Like, that means, like, I cherish that. Like, I don't need nothing. You feel me? Like, just hanging out with me or just taking a walk with me, like, or just going to grab some food or whatever it is. You feel me? Like, you got a lot. Everybody got a lot.
Everyone got a lot going on, bro. Everyone has a lot going on. They got their life.
And you spending time here with me, bro. It's like, that's like, you know what I mean? That's like, that means a lot, bro. Like literally, like, for real. Like, just like every day, bro. I mean, I be hitting my old up. I'm like, bro, when you coming to the office, bro?
Yeah, top of the morning.
Every morning, this man never fails, man. That's why I appreciate him though so much though, man. Top of the morning.
Yo,
brother man from the motherland.
That's what you need though. You know, you need that extra push. That person to call you, man. Yo, what you doing? Let's go. You ready for the grind?
Even from time to time, like even if I don't work as closely with you, Andre, or anyone else in the space, it's like I'll give them a call from once in a while, you know, like, yo, what's up? What's going on, man? What you been up to? Just randomly, you know. It's like I'm not asking for work. I'm not asking nothing from you. Just like, what's up?
Yeah.
How you been?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
It gets overwhelming sometimes, though, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Let's go to the movies, man.
The movies.
Let's go to the movies sometime. Let's look at we're creators. Let's look at the shot list. Let's look at what they doing. Let's take some photos of different shots that we like. Let's go as a team. Like sometimes let's go grab lunch. I know lunch is easy. Lunch, we could grab lunch. Like just like that's the same thing with Choose to Create. That's why we like try to do it like once a month because a lot of times it's like it's important. It's like Choose to Create. The camera is the bait.
100%.
It is the bait.
100%.
The business is another level of the bait, but the core of it is just the same reason. It's staying alive.
Yeah.
Keeping the inspiration, keeping people alive, bro.
Staying
Seriously, that's gonna be a theme music for the podcast.
That's the intro.
But for real, you feel me? Like,
it's
bro, I don't see, bro. I don't know if you known anybody or seen anybody that have like committed suicide or like they're just not here no more. Like I lost my uncle last year. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I got to keep this thing going.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I got to keep this thing going. And so much people is counting on us.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't know what nobody else is going through.
Yeah.
But you know what you could do? Is smile.
100%. Smile.
That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much. All you got to do is say smile. Or like you said, call them. Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
That alone, that right there could keep somebody alive. Right here with you. Right here with you, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, those are the baits. And business, financial freedom, that'll help you want to stay alive, too. You feel me?
Yeah, of course.
Seeing my dog get married, you know, having somebody that love you, you feel me? Me having my girlfriend finally, you know, I got me somebody that I can see a future with.
Y'all stay
you feel what I'm saying?
Big
so it's
news,
like,
big teams.
that right there alone is like, all right. It's like it's almost like another. It's not like my mom, but it's like I know my mom is one of the biggest inspirations. My mom is one of the reasons why I'm like I stayed the route. You know what I mean? But then sometimes like, man, I'm ready to wild out. Yeah. And then it's like, okay, hold on, I got me later now. Let me go ahead and.
That's real.
You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and make sure I'm still gonna be here, and I gotta take care of me so I can make sure I'm still here for her. And then you know, in the bigger picture of like getting a home, getting a family, it's like. I ain't think about all that. It wasn't necessarily all that. But at the end of the day, this is important. Just seeing more brothers come together. And seeing, like, you know, like what we're doing right now. You know, it's a Choose to Create life, man. SoFlo Inspiration out here. You know what I'm saying? SoFlo Inspires.
Inspire, bro. That's crazy.
Hey, you mentioned the book, man. Why don't you talk a little bit more about the book? I understand it's a collaboration of a bunch of other people, so...
Yeah, the book is called Freedom Over Fear, man. We wrote this 2 months before we actually got married. Well, 2 months before we had our wedding. And honestly, God laid it on our hearts. You know, we were going through a lot at the time. Like I said, we're having our wedding. We're already married, but we're having a wedding coming up. My wife, she was, you know, going through some stuff with her health, and then and we're just going through a lot, you know, just different things just kept happening with the business. There was just so much going on. But in the midst of it, we had the opportunity to be co-authors in this book. And at the time, we could have easily said, no, we have too much on our plate. We can't do this. When are we going to have time to write a book? When are we going to have time to sit down and think about this? No. But God was just speaking to us like, yo, like, people need to hear your story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter, you know, what it looks like right now. It doesn't matter where you are right now. You know, obviously, we're not as where we want to be. You know, we haven't achieved complete financial freedom yet, but we're on that mission. We're on that goal. We're on that drive to reach that. And we knew, like, we'll be a disservice if we don't share our story and share our journey, where we're coming from. So we collaborated with our good Coach Shanine. Shout out to her, Shanine, on Instagram. She is an amazing coach. If you guys are ever planning on writing any type of book, or y'all know anyone that's writing a book, please reach out to Shanine. She's awesome. And we teamed up with her and several other entrepreneurs all over the States and wrote just our story, what doubts and fears we had to overcome to reach where we are now in our business, and just what that looked like for us. And I'm just honored to be a part of this. And feel free to check it out on our website.
Awesome. Where can you find the book, actually?
It's on our website, so just SoFloInspires.com.
Okay, just on the website?
You'll find it there.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So the way that the people can find you as well, because we're going to create backlink, make sure you have access to everything, and that's what it's all about, man.
100%.
It's all about. But how could everybody going to find you through SoFloInspires.com? EJ, where you at on Instagram? Yeah,
Instagram, SoFlo Inspire, any social media platform, SoFlo Inspire. Website, SoFloInspire.com. You can reach out to us there. Shoot us an email, fill out the form, and
we'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch.
100%, man. I appreciate you being on the podcast with us. This is episode 6.
I appreciate you, man. I got something for you, though. I got something for you, man. I gotta present my boy right now with the official Crave for a High Purpose merch. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to take. I ain't got no shirt on, so hold on. I ain't got no shirt on. I don't want to flex on you. I've been in the gym this morning.
It's a little something. Modesty. Show off now, man. Gotta hit the gyms.
Appreciate you.
Nah, man, it's a little something, man. I know Rahul got one already.
I already have one, though, so don't think he being like,
yeah.
I already got one.
You got one, but I wanted to show a little appreciation for having me on, supporting us, supporting the journey, man, supporting what we're doing at SoFlo Inspire, me and my wife. You guys are doing amazing things, things that needs to be done in our creative space, like, honestly, and stuff that we're passionate about as well. So I know we're gonna be in contact, you know, for sure, and do some partnerships, some events in the future for sure. It's gonna be dope. So appreciate you. Here's our official Crane for a High Purpose shirt. Because what you're doing is Crane for High Purpose, man. You're doing big things, man.
Yeah.
What we do, like I said, goes beyond the lens, bro. We're doing great things, bro, in the community. We're impacting lives, bro. Like, the content that we use, the content that we're doing for these clients, like, they're using it so they can impact other people's lives. Like, you know, for their doctors, for their patients, for their community. Like, it's going further than we expect. Like, what we can even think of, you know what I'm saying? It's out there. Like,
it's big. Like, one of our clients, bro, just literally is about to open up a hospital for people with sickle cell.
Wow, that's big.
That's the first ever in the country.
And you guys are part of that journey, a big part of that journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're doing a lot, bro. We're making real impact in ways that, you know, like photography. I can't believe it's taken us. You know what I'm saying? I'm really grateful for that. So, yeah, man, appreciate you. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Man. Yes, sir.
My guy. My
guy. Episode 6, man. Appreciate you guys. RJD, Raul B, Eric Jackson. Make sure you follow Choose to Create. You understand? Choose to Create Podcast, Choose to Create Academy, Choose to Create, just choose to create today. Do not destroy, choose to create. You understand me? All right, peace.
Yes, sir.